Hey boys and girls, it's Miss Kearns. I have GarageBand here, and this is your tutorial for week 2 for your name song project. I'm going to pull up my project here, and you're going to see your name track that you recorded in the keyboard, and then the drum machine track. This week we're going to start by adding a bass loop. So in order to do that, you want to go up here to the top right hand corner and click on this tiny little loop or roller coaster looking icon. All right, once I tap on it, it'll actually just show these options. Click on Instruments, choose Bass, and now you can scroll through all the different bass loops that already exist. So I'm just going to click on one. So I'm just listening, checking them out, trying to figure out or find a sound that I like. Ooh. And there are so many. Dubstep. Oh, I like that one a lot. Okay. Now, when you find the one that you want, there's not really anything to click to add it. But what you should do is press on it and drag it into your tracks. And there it is. Now I press play if I want to hear my song with the bass loop added. Done. I'm going to scroll this back to the beginning. Okay, the second thing I would like you to add is a new electronic drum track. So this time we're going to go down here to the plus, we're going to add a track, and we're going to scroll over to keyboard. Actually, I'm sorry, drummer. And then I want you to click on electronic. Okay, what appears here, it says Leah, and honestly, I don't know why. I'm still learning along with you, but I know that from this screen, you can choose the instruments that you want or don't want. You can play with the levels of each of those instruments. You can also play around with how loud, soft, simple, or complex you would like it. And there's some presets in here that you can choose. So I'm going to play around with this quickly. And in order to hear it, I'll press play. Okay, kind of have it where I want it. Now, in order to add it, you might look around and say, wait a minute, there's no record, there's no anything. Well, actually, all you have to do is go back to your track view, click there, and there it is. Okay, now, again, I'm not 100% certain why, but we have our new electronic drum sound added to our song. All right, loving it, loving it. And now I would like you to add one more thing. I'm gonna go down here to add, and this time I want you to scroll back to keyboard and click on Alchemy Synth. Now there was a student today that didn't have this option. It only said synth. So if you only have synth, then click on that. It will bring you to a keyboard that's kind of like the other keyboard we used, but it has some electronic sounds. So here's where we can play with our options. Let's click here, Epic Cloud Formation. And now we have a scroll down list of all kinds of different sounds. We also have these options over here. And there's just so many. Let's just pick one. Fizzy Funk Synth. Done. Ooh, I like that. I'm gonna keep that. But of course, you can go back in here and explore all the sounds. And then also in here, you can explore more options for Fizzy Funk Synth. Let's do subtle vibrato. Not a fan, personally. More oscillators. What's glissando? Scroll. Okay, thin filter. Fat filter. Random filter. Punchy keys. Big vibrato. I'm gonna go with simple funk. Now, I have decided on my sound, and I see my cursor is at the beginning of my 8-measure song, and I'm gonna press record. Then I'm going to play what I want on the keys. So first record, 2, ready, go. I'm still watching up here till I get to 8. Done. Once it turns green, you're done with your recording. I'm gonna press stop up here, and there it's done. So now I can go back to track view, and there it is. There is my electronic keyboard. There is my new electronic drum that I added. There's my bass loop that I added. So once you're done with this week's segment, you will have all 5 of those. Now, just as an option, let's say you get here and you want to do more. I say go ahead. Earlier I added, oh, I did that wrong. I added another drum loop. So you might do what I just did and hit that plus, but actually if you want the loop, you have to go up here to the little roller coaster loop-de-loop. And now maybe you can explore some other kind of loop. Let's see what's in here. I wouldn't mind some bongos. Oh, there's only 2. I love bongos. I like that one. Again, in the loop menu, you have to drag and drop. Let's hear it. Okay, I think this sounds really weird. I would actually want to take it out, but it's part of our assignment, so leave it in there just so you know how to do it. But like I said, if you want to go on and add, let's say, hey, maybe I want to add another bass loop. Actually, I do want to add another bass loop. Okay, why not? I'm going to drag it in just for fun. Okay, and now let's say you've just added so many tracks and you want to get rid of them. You can easily delete them. I'll say, that's too much bass. Click it once and hit delete. But again, for next week, by next week you should have this track, this track, this track, this track, and this track. Okay, this was an extra one. Anyway, let me know if you have questions, guys. I hope you're having fun with this, and we're just going to keep adding on to this song as we learn more about this app. See you next week.